Okay, hello again everybody. Hope everyone's all right. Right, my next place of interest is the Druids temple, located little village Ilton. It's about 4.5 miles out from Massam, where I was earlier. Thought I'd come and have a look at this. Now the history goes, this stone circle Druids temple was built by a chap called William Danby. I'll put the history in the description because there's quite a bit. It's too much for me to remember. He was a 19th century English squire and former sheriff of Yorkshire. And the story is, after the Napoleonic Wars, the Danby resident estates, the residents of the Danby estates were somewhat depressed. So he thought he would do something to elevate the mood. So this temple is modelled on Stonehenge, and let's see what it's all about. I'll just add to that, it's William Danby, forgive my mistake. What a beautiful sprawling country pile, shall we say. This whole estate is known as the Swinton Park Estate. Literally came in through these monumental gates up to this huge stone mansion house, quite large. It's very similar in size to a castle. I might try and grab some footage on the way back out, but then it takes you through the town of Fairby, or village of Fairby. Very quaint little place, very peaceful, very quiet, lovely little drive. Then on to some country windy roads. Keep going over a couple of fords. Brings you out into the middle of nowhere, which is where I am now. And like I say, in the little place of Ilton. So here we have the Druids temple. Let's take a look around. Narrative here. Help me out a bit. Alright, let's go for it. There is much mystery surrounding the Druids temple. We do not even know for sure when it was built, but we do know that it's not prehistoric. In other words, it is an elaborate folly. It is generally agreed that the temple was built by estate workers at some point between the late 1700s and the early 1800s. The work was commissioned by William Danby, the owner of the Swinton estate. He had travelled extensively around Europe, which inspired him to build more varied and striking contrasts of scenery at Swinton. He was also probably influenced by the Romantic movement, with its nostalgia for ancient customs and emphasis on the beauty of nature. Poets such as Blake and Wordsworth were intrigued by Druidism, and Druids were seen by some as England's earliest men of learning. It's even said that Danby employed a hermit to live at the temple, speaking to no one and allowing his beard and hair to grow. I can relate to that. Who lasted up to 7 years before vacating the role. The design of the temple and surrounding stone features must have been meticulously researched. The there are several elements that bear a symbolic resemblance to an authentic Druids temple. The first chamber contains the 4 symbols of the elements: air, earth, fire and water. Behind the 3 stones forming a screen is the solar chamber, and beyond this is the tomb of transformation. On the hill above, the high stack of stones is the symbol of deity, with the 12 signs of the zodiac surrounding it. Today, the temple is an attraction for families, walkers and nature lovers to visit and enjoy the woodland setting and the surrounding views of the Swinton estate. I'm thinking this is a fabulous place for a bit of meditation. So let's go inside. You park your car up on a place called Swinton Boulevard and walk back. It's about a 10-minute walk up here. I think I did see when I was having a quick research, they paid the workers a shilling a day to put these stones in place. Nowhere near as big as Stonehenge, is it, guys? Now, apparently the Baroness of Massam took offence to someone leaving a pig's head in the circle, and she threw a bit of a hissy fit, took her argument to Parliament and actually made the place private property and private grounds full on. There's probably a bit more to that, I'll add it in the description. As she suggested that there was devil worshipping going on. A bit muddy in here, but we'll go in. See much, can we, guys? It's just that's the back of the stonework there. So this is like a bit like a cave. This is the most impressive bit of construction inside here. All stone blocks laid on top of each other, cobbled out, and then a bit of a ceiling formed across. Squelch, squelch. So as the narrative said, this fella, he was born 1750 something and died 1820 something, I think it is. So we'll put it in the description. So we're talking 200 years ago that this temple was erected. I'll head on up to the Zodiac Tower and just sit up there.